Hi, and welcome back to the Huckleberry Hideaway Homestead. We're filming today just the next day after our last video. So if you'll remember in that video, Jordan was talking about he was going to come back and take down the rest of that shed. So there was that shed that had the old reclaimed barnwood, and then in our video yesterday it was just down to the sticks. And now today, let's take a look at it.
Took me about 6 hours. Got it knocked out. It was hot as heck. It was like 90 degrees today. Not quite 90 up here, but down in town it was.
And there it is, or there it isn't.
It's right there.
Yeah, in pieces over there.
I was able to salvage some the joists that were underneath the floor were in really good shape. 2x6s, so we'll use those for our renovation of this garage. The rest of it's piled up for other projects. I'm sure we'll use it for something at some point. Those trusses stacked off, so another shed or a chicken coop or a little barn or something like that will be the 2x4 trusses. So I got 5 of them, I think.
Yeah, so those will come in handy for something at some point. Our big problem here is we keep saying that's going to come in handy at some point, but we don't have too much storage. We do have this garage, but we do have all of our things that were from our rental home, which was a 2-bed, 2-bath home. So, I mean, it was pretty full. We have more stuff than we'd like to admit.
Yeah, we might pare that down a little bit too, kind of in line with that, moving towards more self-sufficiency and
minimal lifestyle.
A little bit more minimalist, not fully minimalist, but less-malist.
Less-malist.
This, I think this metal is probably shot though, so I'll probably have that hauled off for recycling. So we also have some more metal that we can get from some friends, so we might get that. And
yeah, they're
a lot better.
They're my employers, my bosses, and they're gonna give us a couple of windows, and you guys, French doors. I am so excited to put into that cabin. So there's a sliding door right now that's facing the deck, and it's in pretty bad condition. It wasn't going to be on our top of our priority list to replace it at this point, but since my employers have a French doors that they're not going to be using, we're like, hey, why not? So I'm really excited about that. And on that note, we've had so many people supporting us from the very beginning of the journey, and we just are so thankful for them. And you guys, just make sure you reach out to your community of people, and not just like reach out to take, but also reach out to give for them. It's really important in that, we talk about self-sufficiency in that homestead lifestyle, but community is really important because you can't do everything on your own. So having people to give you support or provide for things that you might not be able to provide for yourself is really great. So here is the sliding door. So hopefully we'll be able to fit these in with French doors. I hope they fit. I think they are kind of big, so we'll see how it goes. We've got our little chairs sitting here. We brought up our Traeger today, so I came up after work and brought some chicken and asparagus and corn, and so we're grilling out over here. A storm just passed us. The sun's kind of coming out again, but it was a little bit of showers and some thunder.
Yeah, and earlier it did too. There's some video that I took throughout the day as I was tearing down the shed and stuff and moving stuff, so I'm sure Megan will put it in somewhere. And
the other thing that he did today, ooh, you guys here, I'll give you a peek of the inside of this bathhouse, or what used to be a bathhouse. Let's see. It's kind of some light. Apologize if this is dark, But yeah, this used to have like, it wasn't plywood, or I mean, it wasn't drywall. What was particle board all along here, and there was a washer and dryer and a sink. But Jordan tore it all out because this was what we're calling lovingly as the Squirrel Kingdom. I think we've got some pictures of that, so maybe I'll cut those in so you guys can see. This whole thing in here was pretty much full of pine cones and just insulation that they got into. It was pretty rough. But anyway, so the other thing that Jordan did today was he tore all the siding off of this little shed, I guess you could call it. This was kind of storage space, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think though he had a water line coming in, and it was like a little side insulated shed building for the water line. But it's in the way. We got to trench septic up that direction, so it's in the way. So,
yep.
The way it goes, this bathhouse building will be turned into just another tool shed storage. Just needs a little work, and hopefully get the squirrel smell out of it.
Yeah, and some other exciting news is we finally have our excavator on the books for next week. And that was really the first big thing we needed to get scheduled. Everything in there should fall into place, but kind of this area is going to be all trenched in, or well, it's going to be a trench. Eventually it will be trenched in with our water, and then our septic is going to come from kind of where Jordan's standing through here. We're going to move that propane tank.
Propane tank's going to get moved up to the garage. This septic line we're going to cut into right here, obviously where this is. This trench is going to run right up there off the corner through where that propane tank is, where it'll meet the trench, the other trench, which is the water trench from the cistern. So there's a trench going to come off right here, shoot off this way, and then up to the corner of the garage, and then the septic drain will meet the trench kind of right up in here by the road. And onward they'll go in the same trench up to the corner. So
lots of things happening.
A lot of rocks in the way.
Yes, we've got some big rocks around here. Yep, lots of things happening and lots of things to do, but it is just kind of cool to see the stuff around here changing so quickly. I guess we know that not all of the things that we do are going to be those big changes that are seen. You know, there's some of that behind the scenes kind of work that's not always as fun because you put so much work into it and then you can't see it. But just for now, it's kind of fun seeing some of that, like that building just gone. So hopefully you guys will stay tuned at some of our some of our other changes.
Here we are to the day after we closed. Nice peaceful morning. This shed, this is kind of cool lumber. Is in the way of where our trench needs to be to bring water, sewer to this garage building. So today I'm going to start tearing it down. Cool old barnwood. Should be a couple day project for me. I try to get all the cladding off today and then go from there. Yeah. Well, finished up pulling the wood off the side of this building. Took a while. Nice day though. No breeze. Hot in town, but not too bad up here where we are. So got that all ripped off. Got to get this oil to recycling at some point. Yeah, it turned out pretty good. We stacked it all. Stacked her all right here. So, gonna do an accent wall inside the apartment. See what we can figure out with the rest of it. So that's it so far today. Heading back to town, and then gotta pick up some more trash bags and some other stuff here and there so we can get this thing going. Excavator's coming next week. Hopefully the utility lines get marked soon. Progress though. This is really opening up. Got all this cleaned out. Got rid of this pond over here. Megan and I did last week. So next big thing after I get this building tore down is I need to get this propane tank disconnected, so it's going to get moved up by the garage, and then I need to tear into the electrical and get some of that stuff squared away before the electrician gets here. That's pretty much it. Morning. I'm out here today, last day off for the week. I'm going to try to get the rest of this thing tore down. Got half the roof and the eave cover off. And most of the top screws on that other side, from this side, which is a little easier. So I'm gonna get that off. Piling it over there. It's not in great shape, so it might have to get recycled. Or maybe it'd just be good for a critter shed or something. So that's it for now. Well, about an hour and a half, 2 hours, got all the metal ripped off, stacked over here. Not bad. Shouldn't take too long to get the rest of those purlins off and then take these frames down, hold on to those trusses, I guess, and just deconstruct the rest of this platform. Hopefully get that all wrapped up today. The trench is going to be running right through here to the corner of the shop over here, so it's going to be necessary to have this gone. This is my last day off. Stay tuned. Well, I figured I'd do a little update video. Progress. So, getting there. Got these guys. Plywood is 1 inch and it is heavy to do by myself, but it's coming along. That's it for now. Alrighty, about 6 hours since I started and I got her ripped out. Usable stuff, junk. It's probably junk. Save these trusses for something. Plywood for something. But yeah, pretty glad I got this thing done. Just needs a little cleanup here underneath. Save those little foundation pieces, and hey, look at that. There's a deer. appears to be coming towards me. Got a lot of muleys up here. That's one of the reasons we like this place. Not sure why, but this muley doe is sniffing and licking the wood pile from the shed that I just tore down. Like, no sooner did I finish and sit down. Weird. What you doing there, deer? Mule deer kind of look like their head looks like a kangaroo. Well, after the little rainstorm, tackling my next project, just to deconstruct this little side shack to this old bathhouse building, because, see that clean out? The septic trench is gonna run right through here. Off the edge of this corner of this building, where the propane tank is, it's gonna get moved, and then join the other trench up there, close to the road. So, pulling off these slats, these kind of wood cabin looking slats, not that hard to pull off. Get this thing done. It's my last day off till next week, so getting her done.
Hey everyone, I am at the homestead by myself today. Gonna be doing a little bit of work. Jordan's working. Our work schedules don't really match up for days off right now, so he's working on the weekends and I'm not. So that's why I'm here by myself. Today my main focus is to get the inside of the cabin cleaned up. I'm going to finish cleaning the walls and the ceiling and kind of set up my little home office, because that's what I'm going to be using this little cabin for temporarily, or I guess we don't know how long, we'll see. But that's going to be my focus today, so I'll take you in and show you what I've done so far, a week ago, and also show you what I'm going to be doing today. Okay, so here is the inside of the cabin. And then there is a loft up there. So far what I have done is I've cleaned the floor of the loft, the walls up there in the loft, and then the ceiling. You will notice that there's pieces of the ceiling missing. What we're gonna be doing actually is we're gonna be removing the entire ceiling and insulation, because that insulation is not tight, it's loose. A lot of the ceiling boards are warped. So what we're going to be doing is taking that all down and spray foaming it. Now, that's going to be a little bit later at the end of the summer, because our main priorities are to get plumbing and water and electricity up to the garage where we're going to be living in the upstairs of that building. And then framing and roughing in utilities. And then insulation. So insulation is one of the last things, and we are going to be getting spray foam insulation in the garage, up in the upstairs, and we're going to do it the downstairs as well. So while they're here, we're just going to have them come into the cabin here and spray foam the ceilings. But since that's a month or two away, and I'm going to be actually working in here ideally Monday. Today is Saturday. So I don't want to have cobwebs hanging over me. So that's why I'm kind of getting this a little bit livable today. So far what I've done is down here. I told you what I've done up there. So down here I've cleaned this wall, wiped it down, this wall, and this wall. And on this wall, I have started to, like, I took a broom and knocked down all the cobwebs. You might be able to see up there, there's some cobwebs with like little foam pieces in them. I don't know what those are. But yeah, I wasn't able to reach that high because I did not have this huge ladder at that point. And then the other thing that I'm going to be doing today is focusing on this burn spot. So the previous homeowner, he had a little accident here. Obviously, there was a wood stove. And there's actually a hole in the floor. Let me show you. Right there, a lovely hole. So today, the other day, I actually kind of scrubbed this down, this area, and I got quite a bit of soot off. Like, the soot was kind of up to here, and I was able to scrub a lot off, but the rest of that is just burn that needs to be sanded. So that's what I'm going to focus on. And then I did purchase today a carpet remnant, a carpet remnant from a local flooring store. I did go to the Restore to see if I could find something, and there was just nothing that was quite the size that I needed. The carpet is not going to be permanent in here. It's just going to be temporary, again, just to kind of make this a little bit more cozy for my office. Eventually, we are going to, of course, put new subflooring down here to cover that hole, and then we're going to get wood floor to put in here. So that is it for now. So I will keep you posted on my progress. You guys, this guy who lived here loved screws. And if he wanted to hang anything on the wall, from a picture to a fake bearskin rug, in the process coming down, to an electrical wire, just wanted to string it up there, to like a little piece of string he screwed into the wall. This bin of screws is what we took out of all of the walls in here, and these were not holding up, any of the window framing or anything. Like, they were just screws in the wall for convenience to hang things on. Oh, I don't know why I just threw that in there, because that one was bent. And a lot of them are bent like this, so it's a pain in the butt to get them out. And not only that, but there are a bunch of nails. I still have to go through and get a bunch of nails. And then the screws that have the star, or this one has the square bit, and then there's quite a few in here that have the star bit, so it's fun. Hey guys, I just gotta show you what's under this, these little vinyl floor tiles. You're not gonna believe it. Those home renovation shows, when they're like, oh, what's under the carpet? What's under the tile? Oh, it's nice wood. Look at that, guys. That's real plywood right there. That stuff's going for like $85 a sheet. How about that? All right, so I'm done with what I wanted to get done today, so I'll show you guys my progress. I am on my cell phone. If it looks different, that's why my camera ran out of battery today. So, here we go. And voila. There is my new office space. Over here you can see where I kind of sanded and cleaned up that burn. I didn't take a before picture. I just took one halfway through, so maybe I'll cut that in here so you can kind of see the difference. All right, so yeah, so definitely looking better than it was before. So something else I did today was I finished wiping down and cleaning this wall, as well as the ceilings up there. And that carpet just, it's crazy how much that makes it look a little bit closer to finish, even though we're not super close. It also makes it look a little bit homier, cozier, whatever word you want to choose to describe that. And then I also organized the things that were in here today. And then also I vacuumed up all of the plywood floor, and there was some laminate flooring, or no, vinyl flooring right along here that was really gross and chipped, and it was easy to pick up off the ground or pull it off, so I just did that just so it, I don't know, it was gross looking to me. So I think that looks a little bit better. I might have be regretting this because it's kind of sticky. You can kind of hear my boot there. And that's why I kind of put all this stuff on that little, it's like 2 feet, that little 2 feet chunk, so we're not trafficking through there a lot. All right, and then, yeah, so there's my new office space with my new view. I am excited. Tomorrow I will be bringing the rest of my stuff, so like computer monitor, files, printer, etc., all of the things.